What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to go over 5 young QBs with a lot of talent that I think are going to go very far as soon as they get settled into their positions, and their cards are going to go up a lot. Before we get started, guys, we are at 350 subscribers. That is crazy. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Continue to liking, giving me comments. Let me know what you guys want to see. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so today we're going to be using Sports Cards Pro. It's a free website that you can use to look at all sorts of movements on the card market. If you want to see what a card has gone for and what it's going for now, so you can see if you're getting a good price, bad price, high price, or low price. As you can see, this Jaden Daniels silver card has consistently gone down in price ever since it came out. So that means, this is going to be a good price to buy at. It's not super high. It's not fluctuating a lot. That means this is going to be in good even price. When it evens out like this for a while, that means, it's probably going to stay there for a while. So you're not probably going to see any huge dips in it unless something were to happen to him, like he gets injured or something like that. But then 2024 Panini Prism cards in general have also been going down, evening out a lot. These are averaging at $3 because that average is for like all the cards that are out there. All cards are going to be low. There's more base cards than there are expensive cards, so that's why it's like that. But as you can see, the popularity and the hype behind a lot of these cards is going down. Less people are buying them. The price is going down, etc., etc. First young QB that we're going to talk about is going to be Jordan Love. He's going into his 5th year this year. He was drafted in 2020. And as you can see, his cards have fluctuated a lot. So right now is a pretty alright time to buy. He's at $85, but you can see that the low for this card specifically was $29. So if you want to make the most money off of it, or that's what you're into, or you want to buy it cheaper, then you could wait. It might go down to $29. You never know, but that's a good thing to look at is the market here. But Jordan Love, really good, youngest team, back-to-back years to go to the playoffs. He looks really good. He's got a 63% completion. He's averaging 8 yards throw, 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. 11 interceptions, that's a good amount of interceptions, but at the same time, he's young. He's still getting into it. He's still getting used to his receivers. So, I think this is the franchise guy for the Packers. Don't think that's crazy to say. Been to the playoffs back-to-back years. He just needs to get over that threshold, winning some playoff games, getting to the big game. And that's really all he needs to do. He just needs to continue developing. As they get better weapons for him to throw to, he's going to get better. The more weapons he has, the better he's going to be. He looks really good. And he did go to the playoffs, so his cards are going to be a little bit pricey. But, I think they can go up more, and I think they're only going to go up more. I think he's going to have a great career as long as nothing crazy happens to him. So I think this is going to be a really good buy. Next young QB we're going to talk about is going to be Justin Fields. Now, this one's going to be a lot harder to get behind because he's moved around a lot. He's had some struggles early in his season. And early in his career, been to, a couple different teams. He's now on the Jets. He just moved to the Jets. He's changing scenery a lot, so it's hard for him to get used to a team. But, I think as far as a player, he's got the athletic ability. He's got the throwing ability. He just needs to get more confident. There's a lot of hesitation in his game right now. But I think once he gets into the right, team with the right people that he gets comfortable with, I think he's going to be really good. It may not be the Jets, it may be the Jets, but at the same time, he's got the wide receiver with the 2 best catches the last 2 years. So, Garrett Wilson can catch just about anything. So as long as he gets the ball to him, Garrett Wilson's going to catch it. I think he's got a good chance to be good on the Jets, to improve a little bit, maybe get on another team at some point, and then that be his franchise team. You never know. I think this is one of those Baker Mayfield type situations where he's going to move around a lot, and once he gets to a good team that he needs to be on that works with how he plays, I think he's going to be really good. Because of his struggles, though, that's good for people who want to buy him low. That's good. You know, you can see his card. This card particularly, I couldn't find any silver prisms for him, but this card is down a lot. This card was up to $50 at one point. It's a numbered card, and this is a rookie card for him. This is all the way down, leveling out at $8. If you were to buy this now, hold on to it for a while, he does good in the future. I mean, this could be back up to $50, or if you PSA 10'd it, there's no good examples of a PSA 10 here, but if you had a pop one PSA 10, he started doing good, this card could be worth a good amount in the future. He's got a 65% completion, so his completions that he does get are pretty decent. His only issue is that he hesitates so much, it gets him sacked really often. So, you know, I don't know. I think he just needs to improve a little bit. And he's going to be in a good spot. Before we get into our next player, we're going to go over the Bible verse of the day. It's going to come from Romans chapter 8, verses 6 through 8. The mind of a sinful man is death, but the mind controlled by the Spirit is life and peace. The sinful mind is hostile to God. It does not submit to God's law, nor can it do so. Those controlled by sinful nature cannot please God. I think that's a really good verse for us to go over. Just a good way to get your mindset focused on God, focused on good things. Let me comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what your input on that verse is. Next guy we're going to go over is going to be Brock Purdy. Now, this is a very expensive card. This card is not what I would typically go over, but I thought this one was interesting because it's not a super rare card. It is a really rare card, but it's not like a downtown or anything like that. But this is a rookie pink scroll card. This was going for $1,900 ungraded when it came out, jumped up to $1,900 again, then plummeted all the way down to $46 in August. Okay. This is a really good example of why you should be paying attention to these guys and why you should be checking on their stuff every month. You need to be looking at this stuff every month and checking cards like this. This is a really good example of cards that you should be buying if you're wanting to make money off of cards like this. This went down all the way down to $45, jumped up to $165, and is back all the way up to $1,900. Okay, that is crazy. Now, that was probably due to some of those games where he played not very good. They had a lot of struggle this year. They had a lot of injuries. They had a lot of people moving in and out. He was out of rhythm a lot. I mean, lots of things. They had the best left tackle in the league out for a while. You know, some of his corners out, wide receivers out, all sorts of things. So that's a great time to look at it. Obviously, you know, right now would not be a great time to buy. But when a QB is struggling that you think is good or that you think has the athletic talent that's just not doing as good right now, that is the time to look at what their cards are at, check a bunch of them. You never know what kind of steals you can get. Brock Purdy was 65% completion rating. I mean, dude's been to the Super Bowl already. He's been to the playoffs, the championships. He's got the games that you want in a young QB, okay? He's had his struggles like all the rest of the young QBs, but I think this is one of the best QBs that you can buy young right now. I think he's going to be a franchise guy. He does have a little bit of improvements to make. Made a couple questionable throws last year, but, I mean, young QBs do that all the time. It happens. But this is going to be a great guy to buy in on. If you can find good rookie cards of him that are valuable, go for it. Try to buy him when they're low. He's going to go far. You need to be buying on this guy. He's going to go far. You need to try and get him graded if you can. Don't buy to grade, though. If you're going to buy to grade, you just never know what the condition those cards are going to come in, so you got to be careful with that. This guy we're going to go over is going to be Bryce Young. Now, a lot of people, he's looked really bad in some games, he's looked really good in others, but I think he has a lot of talent. He's not as big as people want a QB to be, but I think he still, regardless of that, he still has the arm talent. He can move really well. He does really good. Now, you can look at this one. This one started out $70, averaging now $50, but it dipped in there. When he was taken out, that's when that dip happened, when he wasn't playing. So looking for things like that, that's a great way to define whether or not you're going to buy on a QB. If a young QB that you think is going to be good gets taken out of the game and someone else is putting in them, look at him, start buying, start doing your research. He's got another 60% completion rating, but here's some stuff I want to go over. Okay, some of their losses last season were, barely. We're talking the Chiefs. One of the people think they're the best team in the league. They lost to the Chiefs by a field goal, barely. So they have the potential to beat big teams. They have the potential. They just have to get there. He just needs to get more comfortable. He's really good at throwing. I think he's getting used to the pressure that's coming after him. So he's getting used to being able to make the plays that he needs to make and throw quick, make quick decisions. He's going to go far. Another one they lost against Tampa Bay was by 3, barely a loss. So, a lot of these losses are by 3. Lost to the Chargers by 3. So, those are still losses. They're not wins. A win's a win, a loss a loss. But I think, they're close losses, so you got to give them a little bit of credit. The last QB that we're going to talk about is going to be CJ Stroud, another guy, young, same year as Bryce Young. They're both on their second years. He's been doing phenomenal. He's been playing really well, but as you can see, another silver rookie card. This dipped down. He didn't play as good as people thought he was going to play this year. It dipped down $100 from $349. But I think gets a little bit better of an O-line. They get a little bit better rushing game. Their passing game comes together. They get better as a team. I think this guy is the franchise guy for them, and I think this is going to jump back up to 300 in the next couple seasons, and I think it's going to go even farther in the big future. Now, obviously, we can't tell what's going to happen with any of these guys. These are just predictions, but I really think all these young guys, they have a lot of good talent. They have a lot of good places to go. They just need a little bit here and there, a little bit of stuff that they got to fix. These guys are great athletes, great quarterbacks, but not everything is on them. Not all their interception stats are on them. He threw 12 interceptions. That was more than Justin Fields threw. Does that make him better or worse than Justin Fields? No, not at all. Not all interceptions are on that specific QB. He just needs a little bit more, just like all the rest of them. I think these guys are going to be great. Comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think these are going to be great? Who are you guys buying? Who are you holding on to? Who do you guys think is going to go far? Who do you think? It's too soon to say these guys are going to go to the Hall of Fame, but who do you guys think who's going to the Hall of Fame? What are you guys holding on to? If you want to see more videos like this, I'll put a link in there. If you want to see me opening packs, I'll put a link in there also. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, let me know what I need to improve on.